We're going to do a couple more. So, example 3. We are going to draw. This one's going to be nice and long. All right. Up and down, we are going to say that's 17. Meters. Left to right is 15. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it, I messed up. My bad. We are going to call up and down 6 meters. Left to right, 8 meters. And we are going to have to figure out what C is. Okay? Across from it. So same thing. And last time I did not start with the formula. That's my fault. So it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Again, last time I put 20 first. This time I'm going to put 8 first. It doesn't matter which one goes in the legs as long as your hypotenuse is your c by itself. 8 squared, 64. 6 squared, 36 equals c squared. If you take your calculator and you add 64 and 36, you get 100 equals c squared. Well, we've done that square root before. If you know it, great. If you have to look up your chart or if you have to use a calculator, you should get 10. So c equals 10, and this is going to be meters. All right? Now, the next ones are going to require a little bit more. Remember how last time I told you in last class we were doing the square root. We also were doing rounding decimals. And this is why. Told you it was all in what we were doing. All right. So number 4, example 4, is going to be a right triangle. This is going to be 8 kilometers left to right, 4 kilometers up and down, and this is going to be C. Here is what I want you to know, though. I want you to round to the 10th. I want you to round to the 10th. So same thing as before. This is across. So we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 8 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 64 plus 16 is c squared. So that is 80 equals c squared. If you put 80 in and you take the square root, it is not a pretty number. If we take 80 and do the square root, we get 8.944 . So remember our chart, right? If you were not in class on Friday, you missed rounding of decimals. You have to be able to round decimals for this. If you have that chart and you want to use it today, go for it. Okay? So in our chart, the 9 is in the 10th, so we look at the 4. The 4 keeps it the same, so our answer is 8.9 kilometers equals C. 8.9 kilometers equals C. All right? Let's do one more. I'm going to have you do this one. Ready? Let's do a backwards L. That way you kind of get used to seeing these right triangles in different places in different ways. So up and down is going to be 5 inches. Left to right is going to be 3.5 inches. And C is going to be across here. Pause the video. Welcome back. So you should have done a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This would be 5 squared plus 3.5 squared equals c squared. Obviously, 5 squared is 25. 3.5, again, you have a calculator. You should have gotten 12.25, and that's going to equal c squared. Add those two puppies together, you would have gotten 37